So let's have a quick review of what Halloween TV shows that we have. Because some people think that it's hardly marked by UK channels, and it's often not been. But I've noticed this year actually there's been a little bit more than usual even actually if you really look into it. It doesn't feel like there's much. BBC Two, for example, showing Paranorman there. Sometimes that didn't even used to happen, for example. Strictly Come Dancing was a Halloween themed one. Although it rather oddly didn't even include the likes of Ghostbusters and Michael Jackson's Thriller. That's the song choices. I think it included as one choice Mama Told Me Not to Come about the party. And so that is about the only effort really BBC One has made, but the Halloween effort seems to be on BBC 2, 3 and 4 the most. So you have the showing of that film there, The Exorcist last night, the British film premiere of something that I've not heard of before called His House. So that is very, very obviously a horror film if you look at what that is saying there. ITV on its main network, there's nothing really about Halloween, but ITV2 is showing a few films such as, if we look back a little bit here, Tim Burton's Corpse Bride, Beetlejuice, no, that's on Channel 5, Hotel Transylvania there, and the 2019 Addams Family. I don't know if they've been showing some of the others. I don't think that film is as good, is it? Or is it? As the 1991 one. And the 1993 one was also quite a big hit, Addams Family Values. Channel 4 showed the original Halloween film on Saturday night. They're showing the Blair Witch sequel called simply Blair Witch from 2016. It's not the original film, and that is coming up on Halloween night itself. Again, I've got to do this. The batteries are going a little bit on this now. The A to Z of horror movies has been added to the Sky One showcase, as they're now calling it, schedule. And then there's the inevitable block of Treehouse of Horror from The Simpsons. There's a lot of those because they started the Treehouse of Horror episodes as early as season 2 of The Simpsons, and there's been one in every season, I think, ever since. I'm not sure if they've stopped them now or not. They might have done. There's even enough South Park episodes for Comedy Central to have a Halloween block of them as well. And I think that we've gone a bit too far here is about here. There we go. BBC 3, I've got things on to do with Halloween as well. Let me just, Fort Salem, this film called The Babadook, a showing of The Exorcist tomorrow night. BBC 4 gave us a rerun of the 1990 miniseries The Green Man that starred Albert Finney, in which I think he is haunted or makes contact with a ghost in it, but it's like a British drama from then. BBC Two are also showing, as well as The Exorcist, they have there's also something called Ghost Stories as well, which looks quite interesting, which was made more recently, 2017 as it says. So you couldn't really say that there's not much on. Channel 5 are even doing something. They're just showing films overall. They're showing not much on the Halloween night itself, as you can see. But if you go back to this weekend, there is Beetlejuice this afternoon, Sunday afternoon, The Witches, and yesterday evening, there was a showing of The Sixth Sense. The Sky Movie channels have also gone to the effort of theming their channels yet again. They keep doing that over and over again. Sky Spooky, Halloween, the re-emergence of the Harry Potter pop-up channel. Most of these are pop-up channels, including that Decades and Noughties ones, which means that the permanent names hardly ever put in an appearance now. But you can see there's kind of 3 screens to do with Halloween, and then when you look at the films showing tomorrow night, a lot of them are Halloween themed on other ones as well. Scream was also on Sky One, Sky Showcase as they rebranded to in 21. And then for other Halloween choices, you could go to Legend here because it shows like sci-fi and cult stuff. They were showing Paranormal Activity tonight. They were showing Dracula as an example, and then there is at the bottom the movie channels section. TCM is fully Halloween themed, as you can see. Film 4 must have something on, surely. Let's have a look. That doesn't exactly... They don't really, to be honest. It's not them. But what is really just the horror channel, it's certainly themed like that all year anyway, for showing these sorts of films. Why is it Horror Extra? Nobody understands that, because it's not an extra channel. It's not extra, so why is it called that? And there you go. I thought they were showing the Bewitched series there, but it's actually a choice to show a movie that I forgot had even been made. A big Hollywood version of Bewitched, made in the noughties, not the original 60s series. So you can't really describe this as there being nothing on to do with Halloween. There is, in fact, quite a lot. But really, it's mostly broadcasters choosing to show obvious film choices. So for original stuff, Ghost Stories is pretty good. The repeat of The Green Man, which will now be on the BBC iPlayer, is a pretty good choice. And then you've got that film premiere of His House on BBC Two. So I guess for sort of ghosty, paranormally, horror-y sort of stuff, there is a little bit around on the main channels, and it kind of coincides with Halloween now becoming bigger as time goes on. I wondered if people's spirits might be a bit dampened this year with the cost of living thing, and Halloween would kind of not be much of a thing, but you have seen a lot of displays outside of houses and things, so I think people are making a more of a big deal about it. And it's becoming one of the big holidays in the UK, or one of the big events in the UK, alongside Easter. And it was always bigger in the US first, but anything there gets bigger over here, including where the corporations, and particularly because money's involved, pushing Black Friday. But they're not pushing Thanksgiving because the money can't be made from that. So there you go. That's just a quick review, just so you can see what sort of Halloween influence programming is on. And it's quite neat in 2022 that the date is Monday the 31st, and therefore the Saturday night where the clocks go back and the Saturday and Sunday is directly leading on to Halloween. So that is reflected pretty heavily in the TV schedules over this weekend.